Hello students, I Mrs. Madhvi Matre welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. In the next week, you have your first online assessment. And for Maths 1, the portion is chapter number 1 complete and chapter number 2 up to practice set 2.2. Okay, which we are discussing now. So in practice set 2.2, we have completed up to question number 5. Now I am going towards question number 6. Actually, question number 4 was discussed. Question number 5 was given as homework. I hope you must have completed it. So let us go towards question number 6 now. Okay. So here question number 6 from practice set 2.2. The question is 6x minus 2 upon x is equal to 1. We have to solve this equation by factorization method. But now if you observe here, the equation is not in standard form. That is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we need to bring it in standard form. For that purpose, we have to multiply both the sides of this equation by x because we don't want this x in denominator. Okay. So let us multiply both the sides by x. That means each and every term we are going to multiply by x. So when we multiply here by x into 6x, we will get 6x square. When we will multiply here, then x and x will get cancelled and only 2 you will get here. And when you will multiply by x here, 1 into x is x. Okay, so you will get the equation in this way. 6x square minus 2 is equal to x. But still the equation is not in standard form. We have to shift this x to left hand side. And while writing, we have to write it properly in descending order of the indices. So the first term will be 6x square. Then the next one is minus x because the sign is going to change as we are changing the side. And then minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so the equation is in standard form now. Okay, all of you please keep in mind that before solving the quadratic equation by any method, you need to see that it is in a standard form or not. Okay, the equation must be in the standard form, then and then only you can proceed further. Okay, so now the equation is in standard form. Now here I am not going to write multiplication and all by side because we have discussed so many sums. So directly I am solving now here. 6 into minus 2, that is minus 12. Okay, the multiplication of the coefficient of first term and last term. 6 into minus 2 is minus 12. So you have to find out two numbers whose multiplication is 12 and difference is 1. See here, no coefficient is seen means 1 is present there. Also, the middle term is negative. That means the bigger number is having negative sign. So two numbers whose multiplication is 12 and difference is 1. Those two numbers are 4 and 3. 4 3s are 12. And to be more precise, it is minus 4 and plus 3. Okay. So in the previous so many examples, I showed you how we are finding out these factors for the middle term. But now I have not done because now you are used to of that. So you can do it orally. See, once again 6 into minus 2 is minus 12. And here we have minus 1. So we have to find two numbers whose multiplication is 12 and difference is 1. The numbers are 4 and 3. Since the middle term is negative, therefore the bigger number is negative. So the middle term is split as minus 4x plus 3x. Therefore the first term as it is. Then minus x is written as minus 4x plus 3x. And the last term minus 2 is written as it is equal to 0. You need to write. Okay, don't forget to write down equal to 0. Now the next step is to group. First two terms you make one group and last two terms you make one group. And then we have to take out common. So from these two, what you can observe is variable x is common. At the same time, 4 and 6, they are in table of 2. So number 2 also we can take out common. So from these two terms, we can take out 2x as common. and here you will observe nothing is common. So in that case, you have to take out 1 as common along with the same sign that third term possesses. Okay. So here we are going to take out plus 1 common, and here we are going to take out 2x as common. So when we take out common, we will get the step like this. See, 2x is written common. 2 3s are 6. That is why 3x is left out here. And 2 2s are 4. So minus 2 is present here. Okay, x is taken out already. So here we have only number. Here x square is there. Therefore 1 x is present here in the very first term. Okay. Now here we have taken out plus 1 common. Don't forget to write down the sign here. If you are not writing sign, then you are wrong, because it is going to denote the multiplication then. So you need to write down plus or minus sign, whichever is needed there. So as I have said, you will continue with the same sign. So plus 1 is taken out common, and the second bracket is same as the first one. I told you, without thinking much, you write down the same bracket here. Now you can see that this bracket is common, that will write as first bracket, and in the second bracket we will write down the remaining terms, that is 2x plus 1. So the polynomial is factorized into two factors, 3x minus 2 and 2x plus 1. Now the next step, to write either or. Either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So what we can write here is 3x minus 2 is equal to 0, or 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Shift this minus to this side, so it will become plus. And then value of x is 2 upon 3. And here, if you shift this plus 1 this side, it will become minus 1. And then the value of x will be minus 1 upon 2. Okay, so in this way, you got two roots. And finally, you have to write down the answer as a statement. That therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation or the solution of the given quadratic equation is this. Okay. In this way, you should write the answer. This is 2-mark question. With this, we have completed practice set 2.2. I hope all of you must have completed the solution along with me. The writing work must be complete. You know that if you are lagging behind, you can pause the video and you can write it down. Now, let us go towards the second method for solving quadratic equation. So the second method is solution of a quadratic equation by completing square method. But just now the government has declared reduced portion, and this part is under the reduced portion. So take a note of this. That is why still I have not got the official PDF, but last year also this part was under reduced syllabus, and it is said that the same syllabus is will be continued this year also. So the practice set 2.3 based on this completing square method also is reduced. Okay, so you can write down this, that this topic may be under the reduced syllabus. Maybe means what, 99% it's true only, but still I have written maybe, because still I have not got the confirmation. So that is why I wrote maybe. That is why if this is not under reduced portion, then I will discuss it afterwards. But it is going to be there because last year it was there. So that is why I am not discussing this particular method and this practice set. Okay. So the first method was factorization method, and I told that the question will appear for 2 marks. The second method is under reduced syllabus, so I am not discussing it right now. Now, let us go towards the third method to solve the quadratic equation. The third method is formula for solving quadratic equation. So here we have quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And condition is what? A cannot be 0. All of you know the standard form of quadratic equation. Then in this method, they are giving us the direct formula, that make use of the given formula and find the roots. And that formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay. Now from this we can write down the two roots of the equation as alpha and beta. Out of that, alpha is minus b plus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and beta is minus b minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. See, this plus or minus sign is separated here in two roots. When we take plus sign here, then it is alpha, and when we take minus sign, then it is beta. Okay. Now here these values you can interchange also. It is not compulsory that this is going to be alpha and this is going to be beta. Any one root is called as alpha and the other root is called as beta. Okay. So here you can see this is a symbol of alpha and this is symbol of beta. So here we are going to use this formula directly now. But now when we solve this particular question, that time what you are going to do is the very first step, that you should see whether the given equation is in standard form or not. Before actually using the formula, we are going to find the value which is under root, that is b square minus 4ac. This particular value is called as discriminant and denoted by the Greek letter delta, that we are going to see further. But here, to reduce the calculations and to reduce the number of mistakes here, first we are going to find value of this term, that is b square minus 4ac separately, and then afterwards we are going to make use of the formula and then we have to find out the answer. Now here roots of this quadratic equation, they based on the value of this discriminant. See, it is under root, that means this gives us a square. You know that square is never negative. So here whenever the sum comes, like solve by using formula, and you are finding b square minus 4ac, then most probably you will not get negative answer. And if you are getting negative answer, then you need to check there only. That is why I am saying that first you will find this value and then you are going to substitute in formula. Okay. So since it's a square, most probably the value is going to be positive because square is never negative. Okay. And this particular discriminant only is going to determine the nature of the roots, which we are going to see as a next topic. Okay. But now what you have to keep in mind, the steps to solve the quadratic equation by using formula. The first step, that check whether the given equation is in standard form or not. If it is not in standard form, convert it to standard form. Then find the value of b square minus 4ac. Then write the formula and then substitute the values, and finally write the two solutions separately. Okay, at one place you have to take plus sign and at one place you have to take minus sign. Okay, so in short you write down this. Okay, in textbook it is given, the method also is given, that how we got this formula, but nobody is going to ask you that method. That is why you need to write down these important points. So all of you please copy them down in your notebook so that you can use it as a last minute revision for your exam. Okay, so those who have written it, it is better. Those who have not written, please pause the video and write it down. Now let us go towards the solved examples from the textbook. So the very first solved example here is m square minus 14m plus 13 is equal to 0. So observe whether the given equation is in standard form or what. Yes, it is in standard form, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then we have to compare it with the standard form and we have to write down the values of A, B and C. So write down that. Okay, comparing with the standard form, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And from that we got A is equal to 1. See here, no number is seen, means A is 1. B is equal to minus 14 and C is equal to 13. Then the next step is to find the value of b square minus 4ac. As I have said, directly you are not going to use the formula. First you are going to find the value of the discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac. So value of b is minus 14 here. So minus 14 the whole square minus 4 into value of a is 1 and value of c is 13. So 14 square is 196. And 13 into 4 is 52. So 196 minus 52, that is going to give us 144. So we got the value of b square minus 4ac. Only find the value and stop. And as I have said, we got the positive value here because this particular term, this discriminant, denotes a perfect square. And square is never negative, so most probably we are going to get a positive number here. If you are getting negative number, then you need to check whether you have made any mistake whenever the question is solved using formula. So this is the reason why you need to find b square minus 4ac first. Now after that you have to make use of the formula. Okay, so the next step is that write down the formula. Now here in the question the variable was m, so I wrote m. You take the variable which should be same as the question. In question, if you have x, you write down x is equal to. If you have y, you write down y is equal to. But here since m is present, we have written m is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is the formula which we know. This is our knowledge. So you can write down here by formula. Or you can write down we know that. Now afterwards the next step is to substitute the values. So put the values. See, minus sign is there and again b is negative. That is why the value of b is written inside the bracket. 2 times negative sign has appeared. Be careful about the signs here. You are making mistakes here. See, minus sign here is there by default in formula. Again in this question value of b is negative. That is why it is written in bracket. Then plus and minus symbol as it is. And the value that we have found out, 144, that directly you are going to write here. Again you are not going to write minus 14 square minus 4 into 1 into 13. No. We have found out it. So directly you can put it here. And in the denominator 2 into a, that means 2 into 1. So after writing the formula, the next step is to substitute the values there. Now this minus and this minus is going to give you plus 14. And what more you can observe is 144 is a perfect square. It's a square of 12. So in next step, we can remove the square root sign and in place of that, we can write down 12. See, this minus into minus has become plus 14. Plus or minus as it is. 144 is square of 12. So 12 is written here and 2 into 1 is 2. Now in next step, you are going to separate. That means you are going to write alpha and beta. Okay. But here we are not going to write alpha and beta. We are going to use the same variable m. That m is either equal to 14 plus 12 upon 2 or m is equal to 14 minus 12 upon 2. Okay, don't write alpha beta. Use the same variable. Alpha beta are the general terms given there. Okay, so once you take plus and once you take minus. And from this you will now get two roots. See here, m is equal to 14 plus 12 divided by 2. So 14 plus 12 is 26 upon 2, that will be 13. And here 14 minus 12 is 2. 2 upon 2, that is 1. Okay, so in this way you are going to get two roots by using the formula. Okay, but 2 roots You need to by heart the formula. This is the first thing. And second thing, you should find the value of b square minus 4ac properly. Now here we got perfect square. Everywhere we are not going to get perfect square. So such examples also we are going to discuss. And final answer you are going to write as the statement. Always. It carries half mark. So again this question is a 2-mark question solved by the formula method. Okay. Now let us discuss the next solved example. Example number 2. X square plus 10x plus 2 is equal to 0. So observe whether the given equation is in standard form. Yes. So immediately compare it with the standard form, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And then write down the values of a is equal to 1, c, b is equal to 10 and c is equal to plus 2. Now while writing this standard form, every time you are going to write ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 only. You don't have to change it by seeing the variable here. The standard form is standard form. There x only should appear. So don't change it according to the question. Compare with the same thing every time. Okay. Now after getting the values of a, b and c, recall the formula. What is the formula? X is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Okay. So from that we are going to find the value of b square minus 4ac first. The term which is under root, that is b square minus 4ac. So here b is 10, therefore 10 square minus 4 into value of a is 1. So 4 into 1 and value of c is 2. So here 10 square is 100 minus 4 into 1 into 2 is 8. So 100 minus 8 we are going to get 92. In the previous case we got 144 which was perfect square. But now we got 92. This is not a perfect square. But still we have got positive number. Okay, so you have to check this. Now after this, the next step is to write down the formula. Now see, I have variable x here, so now I will write x is equal to the original formula which we have, because by default we are taking the variable as x. So here we can write down the formula as x is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now see, the marks are reserved for formula. So you need to write the formula. You cannot skip the formula. In hurry, what you are doing, you are substituting the direct values. But if you are not writing the formula, then you will lose your marks. Because you are using the formula and in that you are going to do the substitution. And in mathematics, the marks are given to the steps. So never skip the steps. You write down all the steps there. Okay, now the formula is written. Afterwards, the next step is to put the values. So this minus sign, value of b is 10 here. So here we will write minus 10. Then plus or minus. And under root we are going to write 92 directly. And upon 2 into 1. Again a is 1 here. So this is our substitution. Very easy to substitute here. Now in the previous case you saw that here minus sign was there. So we wrote in bracket. But now here b is positive. So simply we wrote it as it is. Now, this 92 is not a perfect square. But still, you can split it in two factors such that one factor is a perfect square. Okay. That means in 9th standard, you were having the concept called surd, and there we were having the simple surds and the complex surds. So here it is a simple surd. We have to express it in the form of compound surd or mixed surd, you can say. So you have to factorize this 92 in such a way that one factor should be a perfect square. So those factors we can write as 23 into 4. 92 we can write as 23 into 4. You cannot write it as 46 into 2. Why? Because 2 is not a perfect square. What I said, one factor should be a perfect square. So 92 we can split as only and only 23 into 4. You know that 23 is a prime number. Now this 4 is a perfect square which we can take it out of the root as 2. Okay. So this 4 into 23 we can write as 2 root 23. So you have to recall your knowledge from 9th standard where we have studied the surds. That means this is a pure surd which we have to express as a mixed surd. Okay. So this root 92 you are going to write as 4 into 23, and 4 is a perfect square, so 4 will come out as 2. So it is going to become 2 root 23. Okay. So in next step now, see, minus 10 as it is, plus or minus as it is, 2 root 23. That 4 came out as 2 because 4 is a perfect square of 2. And in the denominator we have 2. Now in hurry, many students what they are doing is they are cancelling this 2 with 10. Okay, but you cannot cancel it here. Please take a note of this. See, this is complete one function. Okay. So here you have to first take out common from the numerator. From these two terms, you have to take out common. You can take out 2 as a common here. Somebody will take as minus 2 also common. So, but don't take the sign. Generally, you take out only the number as common because here you need to cancel. So, 2 is common here. So, 2 5s are 10. But here minus 10 is there. So, write down minus 5 here. Plus or minus as it is. And here we will get root 23 and upon 2. Okay. Now you can cancel 2 and 2. See, now because this 2 is in multiplication with this bracket, so it's possible to cancel here at this step. But here at this stage, you cannot cancel 2 with 10. Take a note of this. So when you are cancelling this 2, you are going to get minus 5 plus or minus under root 23. These are the two values of x, and then finally you are going to separate them. That is, x is equal to minus 5 plus root 23, or x is equal to minus 5 minus root 23. And then finally write down the answer as a statement that the roots of the given quadratic equation are minus 5 plus root 23 and minus 5 minus root 23. Okay. So in this way you are going to solve it. One more solved example also is given in textbook. So all of you go through that. In the next session, we will start with practice set 2.4. Okay. So students, today we are stopping here. We will meet in next lecture. Till that, you stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you, students.